Here's your wrestling news for May 23rd, 2022, and your headlines for today include: Sasha Banks walked out during latest Raw after being mad at WWE for months. Things are going to get much worse for Banks and Naomi. Controversial former WWE superstar hits out at WWE for their comments on Banks and Naomi. The Hardys reveal plans for cinematic match in AEW. Who do they want to face? Update on Stephanie McMahon's hiatus from WWE. Why is she leaving? Kayla Braxton hits back at fans for mocking her first world problems. Major plans for upcoming stadium event could change if WWE can bring in non-wrestler to compete. The Rock gives huge sign that he will compete at WrestleMania 39. Original plans for this week's WWE Smackdown on Fox revealed. Kevin Owens reunites with ex-superstar, former Universal Champion at fan event, and more. We're kicking off today with Sasha Banks and Naomi, and it's been just under a week since the two walked out of Raw, forcing WWE to change their plans. Before walking out, Banks cited creative differences as the reason she and Naomi were leaving, but these differences have been building since the start of this year. Speaking on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer discussed the Sasha Banks situation and said that WWE bringing back Ronda Rousey in January didn't sit right with the boss. Sasha has always had issues. She was mad that Ronda got the WrestleMania spot, which, was planned for Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair, which was planned for months. I wrote about it. She got moved down, and they gave her the tag belts as kind of like a concession because she got moved down. Perhaps if Rousey hadn't returned at the Royal Rumble, it would have been Banks who won the 30-woman match and would be holding the SmackDown Women's title at this time. Interestingly, Banks' walkout has forced WWE to nix an angle between her and Rousey, a feud that Sasha would have likely lost, as it's clear she wants no part of the baddest woman on the planet. Despite being branded as unprofessional on WWE TV, Banks and Naomi have received a lot of support, both from wrestlers outside the company and the fans. The hashtag #IStandWithSasha and Naomi has frequently trended over the past week, but while they have support outside WWE, the opposite is true from within. WrestleVotes reports that according to multiple sources within WWE, things are going to get worse in this situation before they get better, adding that management are unified with their anger at the now former Women's Tag Team Champions. While many see this as Sasha and Naomi standing up for themselves, WWE management recognized that two of their employees refused to do the work asked of them and expect this situation, which has seen the two be suspended, their merch pulled, and the duo edited out of WWE videos, only to get uglier from here. A lot has been said about Sasha Banks and Naomi, but perhaps the hottest take in all of this has come from none other than Bill DeMott. DeMott himself is no stranger to controversy, having left WWE years ago after multiple accusations of misconduct, but now he's speaking up against how WWE has treated the Boss and the Glow. On Twitter, DeMott hit out at WWE, saying how the company will call them unprofessional, but won't speak about, quote, a Hall of Famer who has killed someone after numerous DUIs. This is in reference to Tammy Sytch, aka Sunny, who was involved in a 3-vehicle collision earlier this month that killed 75-year-old Julian Lasseter. DeMott has been a vocal critic of Sytch this year, even calling for her to be removed from the WWE Hall of Fame, something that WWE has not publicly confirmed yet. WWE may have had plenty to say about Sasha Banks and Naomi, but have kept quiet about Sytch, who could face decades in prison if convicted of DUI manslaughter, and as far as DeMott is concerned, this is very telling about the company's priorities. Earlier this year, despite WWE's best efforts, the Hardy Boys reunited in AEW. Matt and Jeff have made it clear in interviews that they hope to one day become AEW World Tag Team Champions, one of the few Major League tag titles the duo are yet to hold, but that's not all they have planned. Speaking on the Wrestling with Freddie podcast, the Hardys said they'd love to win the tag titles in AAA, Ring of Honor, and New Japan, and Jeff has plans for a sequel to their final deletion match. I had this one idea, Too Sweet or Delete, is one cinematic match we never got to do before we went back to WWE in 2017. I had this idea about us going into the ocean in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and coming out of the ocean in Long Beach, California. Then, us and the Young Bucks go at it. While the Hardys and the Young Bucks will go at it at Double or Nothing, this won't be a cinematic match, but perhaps Jeff will get his way in a possible rematch. Last week, Stephanie McMahon announced that she would be taking a leave of absence to give herself more time to spend with her family. Stephanie intends to one day resume her role as Chief Brand Officer, but will be leaving most of her responsibilities with WWE. But now, more has come out about what's happened. On the latest PW Torch Daily cast, Wade Keller touched on the subject and said there are reasons for her hiatus. Keller added that while these reasons won't be a public scandal, it is something, and noted that it's both a private and personal matter. PW Insider's Dave Scherer has also given an update, saying that there's a lot more to Stephanie's withdrawal from WWE's corporate side than what the public has been told thus far. Until Stephanie returns, the majority of her roles will be overseen by WWE President Nick Khan, who grows more and more influential in WWE. And we'll keep following this story as more information comes out. Now, Kayla Braxton has made a name for herself in the world of professional wrestling, but this past weekend, the WWE correspondent suffered a clear breach of privacy. On Twitter, Braxton hid out at the hotel she was staying at, as they had loudly called out which hotel room she was staying in, meaning anyone within earshot would know exactly where she was sleeping. Braxton didn't appreciate this breach of privacy, nor did she appreciate some fans saying that she was dealing with first world problems, a term used to describe petty issues that aren't real problems. In response, Kayla said that people have been followed, robbed, or worse, all because people know where they will be staying. There's been no shortage of horror stories about wrestlers and those in the industry being confronted by fans who can't respect their boundaries, and we certainly hope that Braxton receives a much more professional service at the next hotel she stays at. This September, WWE will host their first major stadium event in the UK in over 30 years when they head to Cardiff, Wales for Clash at the Castle. It's been reported that WWE's planned main event will see Roman Reigns defend his undisputed WWE Universal Championship against Drew McIntyre, but those plans could be about to change. In the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, Dave Meltzer reports that while the plan right now is for Reigns versus McIntyre, that could change if WWE can score Tyson Fury for the Wales event. Fury and McIntyre have been teasing a match for years now, and both men have a huge fan base, especially in the United Kingdom. For WWE to get Fury for the show would be a big win and give WWE some more mainstream appeal, but it would also leave Reigns without an opponent, hardly what WWE wants to do. McIntyre has even said in the past that his dream match would be to face Tyson Fury at a UK Premium Live event, something he now has the opportunity to do. Ultimately, WWE will go with the match they feel is best for them, but which match that is anyone's guess at this time. One name WWE would love to see get in the ring with Roman Reigns is The Rock, who hasn't wrestled for the company in years. As a leading name in Hollywood, it's no surprise that the Brahma Bull has a busy schedule that keeps him away from WWE, but we now have our biggest sign yet that he'll be back soon. According to Brian Alvarez of the Wrestling Observer, The Rock's schedule is completely free for the first quarter of 2023, which would keep him free for a match at WrestleMania 39. Keeping this quarter free of any movie commitments also means that The Rock would be free to help launch the first season of his XFL, and he hopes to succeed where Vince McMahon failed in 2000 and 2010. It was only a few months ago that Meltzer reported that Rock vs. Reigns had been penciled in as the main event of WrestleMania 39, but of course, those plans are subject to change. As one of the biggest names in entertainment, WWE would love to have The Rock back, even for just one match, and that certainly is looking more likely with the Great One's schedule. Over to Smackdown next, as last week's show was a huge event, seeing the Raw and Smackdown tag team titles be unified in the main event, but the show didn't kick off as originally planned. Last Friday's SmackDown started off with the Bloodline as Roman Reigns discussed the match between the Usos and RK Bro, but according to Fightful Select, Sami Zayn was originally meant to be part of the segment. Zayn has been trying to curry favor with the Bloodline in recent weeks, no doubt so that they can assist him with something he has planned down the line. Instead of being seen with the Bloodline during the opening segment, Zayn had to wait until the first match to appear, where he lost to his former partner Shinsuke Nakamura, and we'll have to see what the Canadian does next to get on Roman Reigns' good side. And we're ending today with Kevin Owens, who enjoyed a wholesome reunion this past weekend with Adam Scherr. Owens appeared at a WWE-approved signing at MegaCon Orlando, where he was confronted by the former Braun Strowman, and the two were pleased to see each other, embracing in a monster hug. Scherr, formerly Braun Strowman, was once one of WWE's biggest stars and would have had a huge queue of fans waiting to meet him had he not been released from WWE last year. Now Scherr is part of Control Your Narrative, a promotion that has received mixed responses by fans so far, but the former Universal Champion was happy to reunite with the prizefighter. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.